satellite that that the country launched? The Bangladesh satellite of the Bangladesh, first satellite of the Bangladesh. Can anyone name this?
Thank you, sir. Actually, the first satellite that launched from Bangladesh was Bangabandhu Satellite 1, and we call it Bangabandhu 1 because the satellite is named as the father of the nation, Bangabandhu, because of him.
Who had designed and manufactured the first satellite in your country? Anyone? If you're watching the PPT.
Mr. Ashikur. Yes, Mr. Ashikur, if you want, you can continue.
Yes. Thank you, Madam. Bangabandhu Satellite 1 was designed and manufactured by Thales Alenia Space. Yes, actually Thales Alenia Space.
Thales Alenia, very good. And when and where was it launched? Like where was it launched?
Okay, actually I am giving all the answers, so anyone else?
Yeah,
please.
if there anyone else, I guess you are the only one.
Ashiku, you can only
yes. Someone else is there. Someone else is going to. Someone else is speaking
launched
also.
from Kennedy Space Center, USA.
Yes,
which was
very good.
situated in
Which launch
USA.
vehicle?
And the launch vehicle we used is Falcon 9.
Yes, Falcon 9, made by the which space agency?
SpaceX.
Shivam sir, I have a question. I wanna know more about Falcon 9. Why we specifically used that vehicle? Why
it was not
other
vehicles? It was not specifically used for the only for Bangabandhu. The Falcon 9, which was made during that regime, during that time, the Falcon 9 may be the only space vehicle we had at that time. You know, when the space agency, they are developing the new launch vehicles, they want to test it. So for testing, of course, they wanted some payload, as we call as a satellite. Satellites are nothing but the payloads for these launch vehicles when they go to the space. So Falcon 9, when it was prepared and during that time, so they may have done the deal with the Bangladesh to launch their first satellite. So it was an achievement for both of them. As for the SpaceX, the Falcon 9 was used, and for Bangladesh, the Bangabandhu was an achievement. Next.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can anyone name the space program of your country? Space station of your country, like for Bangladesh?
It's called Sparko.
Yeah, Sparko.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent.
Shivam sir, I have a question.
Yes.
The question is
1980.
Okay, continue.
You may ask. Please go ahead.
Okay, the question is, does the satellites have any effect when the sun rays falls up on it?
No. Actually, the power they get is through the sunlight only, because in this space there is no electricity. There is no source of electricity to generate. These satellites contain these very small parts which needs electricity to communicate through the Earth, right? So the electricity that is generated is through solar panels that are installed on the space, that are installed on these satellites. Very small, like satellite is very small. All of the satellite is covered with the solar panels only, so that they can derive energy as long as they can.
Sir, Shivam sir, actually I also have a question.
Yes.
That is, India launched 391 satellites almost plus and still launching, and
yes,
all over the country they launch a lot of satellites. So
yes,
the mission duration is almost 15 years or 18 years. So after 15 or 18 years, is India, Bangladesh or any other country or the space agencies are taking any steps to getting back the satellite, or can we reuse the satellite?
Yeah, perfect question. Actually, these days in schools and in these space agencies are having a discussion about how do we get rid of this space junk, because as now we are launching too much of satellites into the space, and after some time when they fail or their lifespan is over, they are junk in the space, nothing else but the junk. So how do we clean this junk in the space? Now it's easy to clean the junk in the home where we have a brush and everything, but how do we do that in the space? That's still a question, and still in the development. If you guys have any idea, you do the research, and if you have some ideas, you can come ahead with the idea, because it's still right now they're like nothing, they're like only few thousands. That is when compared to the full space, that those are nothing, but still garbage is a garbage. Not now, but after 15 to 18 years or 15 years, it will be a much more than we expect. So at that time it will be a problem. So instead of thinking about the garbage problem at that time after 15-20 years, why not now, right? So that's a valid question, but still we don't have a solution for it right now. But we very soon, people are trying, and there's discussion there are a lot of discussions going around, there are a lot of projects are going around where we bring back the satellites, used satellites or dead satellites, back to the earth. For that, to bring back those satellites, we need re-entry vehicles. Not every country not every space agency has achieved this re-entry vehicle. Only one or two have done them. So we need some bigger re-entry vehicle where we can bring even one by one, or maybe one or two satellites at a time. That would be beneficial, right? So we need to see as a cost also how we do this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Next, anyone?
Shivam sir, I would ask you like a question. Sir, as a developing country or as a developed country, what are the economical benefits we would get with a satellite? Or is this the normal benefits or some extra benefits we'll get?
So there, as if you see with the view of the economic view, it's really important that the country excels into this sector. You see, of course, there are like debts, countries in debt, but when you achieve something in the space sector, you get call from the other countries, right? You get the beneficial, you get economical activities done. So it is like really important. As you see in the history, if you go back to the history, India, when the space program was launched, no one wanted it to excel, right? No one wants it to excel, because we were seeing the cost. At what cost we are going to send the space? What's the point of going to space, right? But today, as you see today, the missions are not getting stopped. We are going much more and more and more further. So same is for any other developing nation. When it comes to the working in the space sector, a country must have a budget for it. Space sector, which shall not change this economy, which it is going to give you the benefit. Maybe not now, but after few years, because it takes time for the profit. Like for any business, for it come to in profit, it takes time. But it will be beneficial. It will not impact your economy. It will only excel the economy of the any country. The space sector has always excelled the economy of the any country.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, Ved.
Okay.
Yes,
Ved,
ma'am.
would you like to have any question for the children out there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this is not related to the space topic, but I wanted to ask, what does a day in Bangladesh feel like?
Okay, so it's the question for the Bangladeshi students.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please, anyone?
So that our children can also interact with them.
Yeah. Anyone from the Bangladesh would like to answer this cute kid?
Sorry, sir. Can the question be rephrased?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, Ved.
What does a day in Bangladesh feel like?
What does a day in a Bangladesh feels like? Anyone?
Come to our country, you will feel how we feel.
Yeah, how do you feel like? Is it any different from what you see in the movies or in the other pictures we have seen, web series? There are like a lot of
No, what is represented in movies is a misrepresentation, I would say.
Yeah, right.
It's
It's
a
all myths.
misrepresentation. Yeah, not all
Exactly.
everything is true.
Not everything is
I would
right.
like to welcome you guys to come and visit our country. You'd love it. I can
Yeah, definitely we will
assure
come.
you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
so much for
invitation.
that.
Yes, I also agree with Azman Akmal Bhaiya that you we invite all the students of India and Shivam sir and the madams to
Yeah,
come
thank
to
you.
Bangladesh and see how beautiful and such a delighted country it is, sir.
Definitely, it would be interesting to visit this neighboring country because relation with the neighbor country needs to be excellent, right? We will definitely come there. Thank you for the invitation.
Any other student would
Can
like to have any other question?
Ma'am, I have.
okay, can the question can be
Yes,
asked to the
Rajveer.
Indian students actually? How is that?
Yes,
How the day
yes,
is in
sure,
India?
sure, Ashikur.
Yes, can I ask a
Rajveer.
question from them?
Tia, wait first. We will have to reply them.
Yeah.
Ashikur, you can please repeat your question, beta.
Okay, I asked the same question asked by the student of India that how are the days in India right now, or actually they are facing it. Actually, we see a lot of Bollywood movies, like we like Shah Rukh Khan's, Hrithik Roshan's. So how is the difference between movies and other things in India?
Okay, the one who asked this question, I guess, Ved,
Ved, I would, yes, Ved,
you may want to
you,
answer this.
It's pretty much the same, but there's lots of pollution going on about right now. And the cities are polluted. People are, getting infected with asthma and many other lung diseases because of this pollution. People don't listen that like we don't have to, cause any pollution. They will still take their cars to short distances or burst lots of firecrackers at festivals. So yeah, it's very beautiful, but there's lots of pollution in it.
Okay.
That is why I ask you to come here. It's a our country is not much polluted. You will enjoy the fresh air. The fresh air.
Oh, really? Okay, sure, we'll visit.
Okay.
Sure.
There was a girl who wanted to ask a question.
Sir, I
Tia, yes.
Yes, sure.
wanted to ask it from the students of Bangladesh. What was the purpose of, the satellite, the first satellite? What was the purpose of, sending into the space? What was the purpose? I would like to ask from the Bangladesh students, if anyone could answer.
Okay, thank you for asking the question. Actually, there was a lot of purpose behind sending the satellite into the space. Uh, I am actually there are some remarkable purposes like direct DTAs, then VSAT and other things that we actually rent those services from satellite services. Those cost 14 million US dollar per year. But as we launch our own satellite, then we can save the money and we can earn and we can save the money and the extra capacity that the satellite is earning 50 million US dollar by using the satellite, first of all.
Wow.
And then we have actually developed our telecommunication systems. We have done the 4G networks all over the country, even in the rural areas. And we developed, and the main thing and the most proud and pride thing for us, we just stepped in the space world just 47 years after our freedom. And this is the biggest achievement for the Bangladeshi peoples and citizens. And there are a lot of purposes. I will like to pass the question to another students of Borajara School. They will also help me, some students kindly.
Yes, please. Other students, go ahead. Yes, I see people raising finger.
Okay. Can we have a word with Mr. Mahmood, sir?
Yeah, sure.
It contributes to boosting the country's economy by providing all citizens with a wide range of communication services. Expanding
Yes.
the internet and telecommunication services in the rural areas in our country was a remarkable purpose of this satellite. And another important purpose was to tackle and manage disaster situations and our weather. Ensuring
Right.
the national security was also a purpose of the satellite, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
you are right. Perfectly. The satellite is used for telecommunication purposes most of the times. The communication part where the money was going out of the country to other countries is now coming in Bangladesh itself. So it's like profiting for themselves, right? That's what the purpose of the satellites are. Okay,
Sir,
anyone
I
else?
have a question. Sir,
Yes.
I have a question for you. Sir,
Calculating
I have a question that why satellites before launch are covered with gold sheets?
Those are not gold sheets. Those are like to capture the X-rays or to not let other foreign particles inside the body. So like you are going if you are going somewhere, you always wear the clothes, right? It's the same for the satellites. If you are going to the space, so the other germ particles, for them germ particles are like any dust particles. If any dust particle reaches inside the satellite,